guys, Thogden here, welcome back to a brand new video. Now today, we've got an interesting one for you guys. We're going to be going through every Premier League club and picking their best summer window signing. It's going to be good, isn't it, Dad?
It's gonna be brilliant. There's been some amazing signings and we're already seeing some top class football, aren't we, Theo?
And for a good video, we need a good like target. You set the scene, Dad.
Oh, go on, let's have 12,000.
Ooh, okay, let's go for it. If the TDL's strong enough, we'll smash that for the boys. What is the first team?
Oh, let's go with Arsenal, shall we, Theo?
Yeah, let's start with them.
And you know what? I'm going for a defensive midfielder who's a Ghanaian international.
Yeah.
Thomas Partey. What do you know about him, Theo?
It's funny we're speaking about him. He signed yesterday on deadline day, pretty late on, right in the last few minutes of the signing, and the Ghanaian has been hit the 50 million release clause, which means he's going to Arsenal. I don't think Atletico Madrid wanted the deal, but they did have Torreira lined up if they hit the release clause, and it's all happened. And I think he's going to be an unbelievable player in the Premier League.
From what I've seen, this is a high-quality player with loads of energy. He could be great for Arsenal.
Yeah, I mean, Arsenal fans are comparing him to Patrick Vieira. Oh. So they're even putting him at that level. I'm not too sure about that, but he's going to be a very good player. He's massive, he's strong, and they haven't seen someone as big as him.
I'll tell you what, if he's 75% of Patrick Vieira, you've got a great player. Aston Villa now, and I've gone for a man who was at Exeter and then Brentford. Now he's at Villa. Of course, it's Ollie Watkins. Theo, you've got to agree.
Yeah, I agree with you, Thogdad. They paid £33 million for him. You know, some of the other fans were saying, oh, they overpaid, bad signing, not proven in the Premier League. Lads, did you turn on Sky for the Liverpool game? He smashed it.
Absolutely, and this is exactly what Aston Villa needed. Last season, we all saw Jack Grealish creating opportunities for nobody.
For Wesley, Samatta. What's the matter with your goal scoring record? It wasn't good enough, mate.
And Watkins, he got 26 goals last year, admittedly not in the Premier League, but we all saw what he did against Liverpool. Yeah. What a buy.
Yeah, I think he'll get 15 to 20 goals this season for that Villa team. If Villa keep it up, they could be quality this year and genuinely finish, not Europa League, but like in the high mid-table area.
I tell you what, Villa fans are chirping, and they quite right too.
Well, them and Leicester have all the right to look at the Premier League table. Well done, Ollie Watkins. Some good signings. And special mention to Ross Barkley as well. I think he's going to flourish at Villa.
Yeah, now he missed a few opportunities against Liverpool, but he was still good, wasn't he?
Listen, he's still a beast in the midfield. He's going to link up really well with Grealish. And McGinn and him seem to be a good midfield switch. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Brighton and Hove Albion now, and I've gone for a man who once cost Liverpool about 28 million quid. Of course, Adam Lallana. Theo, you've got to agree.
Well, they haven't made too many amazing signings, I've got to say. They've risked it on a striker from the Swiss League and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm going to agree with you with Adam Lallana. I think he's just proven quality. I know he's injured right now, but compared to the other signings, I think he's their best one. It's just a shame we couldn't put Tarek Lamptey because it feels like he's been a summer signing, but he actually came last year. But he would definitely be my number one.
Absolutely. Adam Lallana, 200 Premier League appearances, bags of international experience as well. Yeah. That's a really solid signing.
Yeah, when he gets back into the team, you're going to see some quality from him.
Burnley now, and I'm not sure we need to bother with them because they haven't really bought anyone apart from a man who once played for Hyde and Bury and Rochdale and Oldham, Dale Stevens. That's all you can choose, really, isn't it?
They've just signed a journeyman by the looks of it.
Yeah, I know.
Someone who probably isn't even Premier League standard anymore, doesn't get in the Brighton team anymore, and that's their only proper signing. The Burnley owners, it's so poor from them this year.
Absolutely. My question to the Burnley owners, do you want to stay in the Premier League or not? Because if you want to, find some money and spend it.
You've got a great manager in Sean Dyche, a man who will make the most of anything you give him, and you're giving him nothing. You're giving your best efforts to go down this season, and I really worry for the Burnley fans, for Vizza, for all the lads on the Burnley Twitter, because you guys deserve better. You've got a great manager, but the owners have let you down this year.
Absolutely. Now, Burnley is a proper Lancastrian club with great fans, great history, and I'm saying that as a Bolton fan. Yeah, I want you to stay up.
Exactly. There's too many teams in the Northwest that are just being overshadowed. It's happening way too much, so I hope they bounce back. But I don't know how they will because the window's gone now. Actually, not in the English leagues. So get some Championship players in.
Chelsea now, and I've gone with an attacking midfielder who came from Bayer Leverkusen. Of course, it's the £72 million man, Kai Havertz.
Yeah, and you know what, Dad? There's so much choice in Chelsea. They've made so many good signings, but I agree with you because out of all the signings they've made, I'd say this is the guy that has the potential to be generational. A world-class player. You wouldn't pay £71 million for a player over the COVID window for someone that isn't half decent. He is good. We've seen glimpses of quality. He's still young. He still needs more time to gel to his new surroundings. He's only 21, so he's going to be a very good footballer. So I agree with you, Dad.
Absolutely. He's already bagged a hat-trick in the EFL Cup.
Against Barnsley.
But you know what? In the Premier League, I've seen touches of real class.
Yeah.
And this is a man, he's only 21 years old, and he's set the Bundesliga alight already.
Yeah.
This could be one of the best players in the Premier League.
Do you know what I was going to do, Dad? I was actually going to pick Timo Werner.
Ooh.
And my reasoning was going to be for bringing automatic quality to the Premier League, because he's done it. But I've got to be honest, he hasn't brought any sort of quality so far. In the Premier League, he's only got 1 assist, 0 goals in 3 games, and it's not like Chelsea aren't scoring, it's just the other lads. I don't know what's happening with Werner.
Yeah, Chelsea are not clicking yet. I can't wait for Ziyech to get fit and for Havertz to be firing on all cylinders.
Pulisic in the lineup,
Yes.
and it's not happening yet, but Chelsea, give it time, I'm sure it's going to work. Quick special mention as well to Edouard Mendy. They signed a keeper, and I was thinking about just going for him, because he really improved a position they really needed, and he seems to be very solid too, so well done, Chelsea.
Crystal Palace now, and they didn't do a lot of business in the transfer window, but I've had to go for Eberechi Eze, a young man, attacking midfielder. What do you reckon to him, Theo?
Well, we didn't have much choice for Crystal Palace. They made 2 signings, Nathan Ferguson and Eze. Go with Eze. I agree with you, 23 million quid, and you know what, I watched him in the Championship, he got loads of goal contributions, a very good player for QPR, and in Palace, in the Prem, it's a little bit more of a defensive system, there'll be less goals coming around, but we've seen glimpses of good play from him, good touches, a few nutmegs, he's good on the ball, and we know that. And he's still young, he's got loads of potential, so yes, I agree with you, Dad.
Now, this is a very interesting player, and I would describe him as a raw talent.
Yeah.
Now, at youth level, he went all over the place. I think he was in 5 different youth setups.
Really?
And it didn't work in all of those. But I think he might come good. But what he needs is some good coaching, Theo.
And I think he'll get that at a Premier League club like Palace.
Everton now, and I've gone for a man who once cost Real Madrid
What?
67 million quid. It is James Rodriguez.
What? Not Alan! But after all that, no, I haven't gone for the Napoli Brazilian midfielder, although he's a very good signing. I've also gone for James Rodriguez, and it's pretty obvious why. He's absolutely smashed it in the Premier League so far. Not had regular game time in a while. Real Madrid overlooked on him. They paid 23 million for a guy that, they paid 67 Real Madrid a few years ago. And oh my God, people were hating on him, saying he wouldn't be able to deal with a physical league like the Premier League, and he's walked it.
The great thing is he's hit the ground running, hasn't he, Theo? 4 games, 3 goals, 2 assists. And this is a man who's got everything, hasn't he, Theo? And
he's also brought the best out of Calvert-Lewin, who just looks like he's going to be the top goal scorer this year. Richarlison. They all look sourced out next to James Rodriguez. And with Alan and Decore behind them, it's just a great team now. Everton is stacked, man.
Absolutely. And if 5 years ago you'd said to me, in 5 years, James Rodriguez will play for Everton, I'd have thought you were a lunatic.
Also, well done on that cheeky signing on deadline day, Ben Godfrey from Norwich. It just means they won't have to watch Michael Keane every week sometimes. Everton fans will be happy with that.
Hey, I tell you what, have Norwich got any players left now?
Bloody hell, I don't even know. I predicted them to go up, and now I don't know.
Fulham now, and I thought this man would go to AC Milan, but he ended up at Fulham. It's, of course, Anthony Robinson, Theo.
You've gone for the ex-Bolton now?
Of course I have.
Well, I've gone for a player that's got a Bolton link.
Yeah.
And we watched him last year in Germany. Ooh. Do you know what I'm talking about, Dad?
Go on.
Ademola Lookman.
Of course.
The RB Leipzig English winger who's come back on loan from RB Leipzig to Fulham. When he came on in the Wolves-Fulham game, he changed it. He's a baller, and he's got this drive on the wing. He can beat a man, he's got the pace. And I'll never forget the day when I was sitting in the away end, actually standing in the away end, I didn't sit, I promise, in the Valley, when Charlton played Bolton in the Championship. And Ademola Lookman played one of his first games in the Championship against Bolton at 17 years old and scored a brace and looked unbelievable. I saw him and I thought, this guy is going to be the next big thing for England. And he obviously went to Everton under Allardyce, it didn't work. But I think this loan at Fulham, if he can get regular game time, could be the one.
Brilliant. Now, Anthony Robinson was also at Everton Youth. And he went to Wigan eventually, sadly, for Bolton. He's a 23-year-old left-back, and he's some player. He plays for the USA. Okay. Watch this space.
Good left side now with Lookman and Robinson.
Absolutely.
There we go.
Now, according to my brother Stuart, all Leeds are we. Now, I'm not, I'm Bolton. But Leeds United, I've had to go for Rodrigo, who used to play at Bolton.
Okay, I'm going to go interesting, and I'm going to go for Helder Costa then. I was going to pick Rodrigo, 27 million price tag, and he did do well against City.
Yeah.
But Helder Costa is also a very decent signing and will be playing regularly on the wing, and he looks good too. I mean, they've actually also got Jack Harrison and Meslier in too, so overall, Leeds just had a good window.
I like them both, but we saw what Rodrigo can do when he came up on against Man City, didn't we, Theo?
Yeah, and it was one of the first glimpses we've seen of him so far. I think Bielsa will bring the best out of the ex-Bolton man and Real Madrid, two massive clubs there for you. He'll be good.
Yeah, now Rodrigo, he is a centre forward, but he's not a prolific goal scorer. He'll get you a goal every 4 or 5 games, but he can also play on the wings or as a second striker.
Yeah,
he's a class player.
Definitely.
Leicester City now, and I'm going for the man who came from Atalanta, Timothy Castagna. And I tell you what, FPL managers are looking at this lad, aren't they?
Dad, it's always a Belgian. When they're from Atalanta, they're always quality too. They've got a great side. And the wing back at Atalanta, playing right back for Leicester, has been brilliant this season. And we're only going to see him get better. And you know what? To only pay 21.5 million is also brilliant, isn't it?
I tell you what, Leicester are amazing when it comes to buying and selling defenders, aren't they, Theo?
They know what they're doing.
And this lad's already got a goal, he's already got 2 assists, and he's looking decent.
From fullback, contributing to goals, you know, helping Leicester have their great start until the last game against West Ham. We won't talk about it, but I'm sure they'll bounce back. And overall, yeah, he's a very good player. Well done. Bargain too.
Liverpool now, and this man has played for Bayern Munich, he's played for Barcelona, now he's playing for Liverpool. Thiago.
Not Shota.
No, Thiago. And I tell you why, Thiago is just pure quality.
Okay.
Yeah, 20 million I think he cost, but he stepped straight into the Liverpool team.
Well, until he got COVID. He doesn't really step into the team then.
No.
And then Mane also got it.
Yeah.
Unlucky for Liverpool there. But I haven't gone with Jota actually. Although he has been good and got a nice little volley goal, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
But I have gone with Thiago, and simply because they paid 25 million for a world-class midfielder to walk in their team. And the 145-minute game we did see of him, he was unbelievable. Like, he created and passed more than every Chelsea player in 90 minutes, and he was playing 45. So yeah, he's going to be very good for Liverpool this year, and they need them back in the team soon because he went out. They lost 7-2 to Villa. We won't talk about it.
They did. Now, Thiago is one of those players who sees things that other players don't. He's a really special quality player. Jota I like a lot, but I think he'll be warming the bench too much. Get well soon, all those Liverpool players with the coronavirus. Manchester City now, and I've gone for a centre-back who cost 61 million quid from Benfica, Ruben Dias.
Now, I thought you'd take the easy option and go Nathan Ake. I've also gone Ruben Dias, the 23-year-old. Yeah, he got a big price tag, but Pep sees something in him. And if Pep sees something in him, he's probably quite good, isn't he? Yes,
now they might have overpaid for him. This is a criticism. But what Pep realises is that the centre-back position is one of the most important positions in football. Virgil van Dijk proved that, didn't he?
And there's also a lack of quality centre-backs on the market right now. So they've took a little punt on Ruben Dias, but if it comes off, they're going to be a much better side. So best of luck with it. And yeah, I think he'll be their best signing.
Absolutely. And Man City, they can afford it. Manchester United now, and I've gone for Donny van der Beek, who came from Ajax for 35 million quid. Now, a lot of people said that United don't need another sort of attacking midfielder type, but he's a quality player, Theo.
He is, and I'm going to actually go with what the people said. I don't think they need another attacking midfielder. They spent 40 million on a position they don't need. He doesn't get in their first team because they need a Matic or a Fred, a more defensive capability midfielder with Bruno and Pogba. He doesn't get in there. For me, I had to go with Alex Telles. 15.4 million for him. They didn't overpay. A quality left back who will be their first choice left back. He'll kick out Luke Shaw, and I think he'll be a very good player for them. So lots of to come, and they didn't overpay. So yeah, I think he's been their best summer signing.
Well, I think Van der Beek will be exactly the sort of player that Man United fans love.
When he plays.
That's when he plays. Okay, he's young, he's an international, he gets a goal or an assist every other game. And I tell you something, he should be playing instead of Pogba, who is the most overrated player in world football.
I'm not going to speak. I'm not involved. Don't get me involved.
He is so overrated. I watch him time and time again, and I'm constantly disappointed.
Well, I disagree, but fair enough. Special mention to Chris Smalling, which they sold for 20 million to Roma on deadline day. Probably waving goodbye to their best centre-back right now too. So Man United, hope you guys improve. I don't think that was a good sale.
Newcastle United now, and I think Mike Ashley has done an amazing piece of business by buying Callum Wilson. It was so obviously the right purchase for Newcastle. They've struggled for goals. They had Joe Linton last season. Callum Wilson's come in, he's hit the ground running, 4 games, 4 goals, 1 assist. You've got to agree.
Newcastle fans don't like you now. You just said something good about their owner, Mike Ashley.
I can say 9 or 10 bad things about him, but when he does something right, you praise him.
Fair enough. And I agree with you. I think Callum Wilson's their best signing. They paid 20 million for him, and he's got the ground going, hasn't he? 2 of the games they've won, he's been involved in the goals. He's got very good link up with Alan Saint-Maximin. I think Newcastle look much better than last year. Like you said, they had faith in Joelinton being their number 9 last year. It didn't work. Now they've got it, and they look twice as good. So, well done.
Somebody should go back and work out how much money Callum Wilson has earned for his clubs by scoring goals. And I tell you what, 20 million for him, brilliant business. Sheffield United now, and they desperately need goals, and they've gone and signed Ryan Brewster from Liverpool. Now, this is a young man. This is a risky signing, isn't it, Theo?
Yeah, a few Liverpool fans thought, it was good to get off their academy because he wasn't that good. And then other Liverpool fans said they've been selling all the youth, with Hoover going to Wolves as well. I don't have mixed opinions about this guy. I know Brewster is going to be a very good player.
Yes.
But I can tell you that right now. Look at his loan at Swansea last year. I know people will be saying, oh, but that's the Championship.
Yeah.
He has an eye for goal. And if he's bagging in that Swansea team when he has a chance, he will do the same for Sheffield United when he has the chance. Ryan Brewster is a goal scorer. He's young, he's got pace, and the Blades have only scored 1 goal this season, and he is the man. Definitely their best summer signing.
Absolutely. Now, he cost 23 million quid, but like Theo says, he'll get you a goal every 2 games.
Yeah.
He's always done that.
Right.
Having said that, I'd rather have had Callum Wilson, because he's more of a proven goal scorer
in the Premier League. But Brewster's young, and his potential could be above Wilson, so it's more of a risk, but more of a reward.
Southampton now, and I've gone for a loan signing from Everton, who cost £20 million 2 years ago. Theo, silly name.
Hey, Theo. What a name. Wow, you went with the deadline day signing.
Absolutely.
Okay. I didn't go with it though.
Ooh.
I went with Carl Walker-Peters for 12 million.
Yes.
I don't know why Tottenham sold him. I think he's a very good fullback. For 12 million, it's a great piece of business. He's going to fit well into Hasenhüttl's system. I think it was a great signing, but I like the fact he went for Theo Walcott. I was going to give that as a special mention because it definitely gives some more depth on the wing, doesn't it, Dad?
Absolutely. This is an experienced England international. He's got bags of goals and assists over the years, well over 100.
Yeah.
So you're buying someone who knows the Premier League.
And he's still quality. So well done.
Tottenham Hotspur now, and I've gone for a left back who's come from Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Of course, Reguilon.
Left back? What? No, what? You went with Reguilon?
Yes.
You're kidding me.
No.
Why did you go with Gareth Bale?
Because I know you're going for Gareth Bale.
Of course I did, Dad. The Welsh winger. But I like how you went different because I do actually think Reguilon's been brilliant so far.
Yeah, and I'll tell you why. Because he's young. And he's exactly what Jose needs for the next 5 years.
Right, yeah.
So Bale is the marquee signing, isn't it? It could be amazing if it works, but it'll be good for a year or 2.
Yeah, but I think they'll extend it. I can't see any future Real Madrid. They might have to pay a big price tag, but Gareth Bale is a Spurs fan. He flourished at Tottenham and now he's back there. And if he hits any sort of ability at Tottenham, they're going to be unbelievable this season when he's back from fitness. And apparently he's back after the international break, so Tottenham fans, I bet you're looking forward to it.
Look, it's got to be amazing having Bale back, and that is the story for the back pages.
Right, yeah.
But Reguilon will be there for the next 5 years.
Okay.
And I've always said Jose needs to spend 100, 150 million on defenders.
Ooh.
And that's what he's doing.
Yeah, and Reguilon's been quality. He's finally got the team. Even Aurier's back on form.
Yeah.
Well done to Tottenham. Levy had a very good window. You've got to give him respect.
Yeah, he's a great businessman.
Levy, whatever. But well done.
West Bromwich Albion now, and this one was easy because it was a loan signing. It's now permanent. Of course, Mateus Pereira.
What? Not Diangana? Diangana for 12 million? Steal the century, mate.
Pereira last season got 8 goals and 20 assists in the Championship.
Yeah.
So West Brom know how good he is. He's already scored and got a couple of assists in the Premier League.
Yeah, to be honest,
have gone for him.
Yeah, I have. Diangana's my special mention, but of course, Mateus Pereira. They paid like 16.4 million for him.
Yeah.
And that is unbelievable business. I don't know why Sporting sold him for so cheap. They probably could have got a lot more for him because you saw how good he was last year. He was your player. But of course, his heart was at West Brom. And if West Brom survive, it'll be because of him. Simple as that. Great signing.
But I'm sorry, they won't survive. West Ham United. This is another loan signing made permanent. Thomas Souček. Ooh, you agree, don't you?
Yeah, it's been a checkmate transfer window for the Hammers. 2 Czech Republic signings, both from Slavia Prague, and they're both Czech internationals. I'm not even kidding. Souček and Kufal. Fair play, lads. I mean, you've pretty much signed the whole team now. You're just going to go and sign out the whole of Slavia Prague, aren't you, mate?
And why not? Souček is a defensive midfielder who likes to get forward. He likes a cheeky goal, doesn't he?
Okay, I'm going to go with Souček because he's proven it in the Prem so far. He's looked unbelievable. Like, the amount of headers he scores and, like, scrappy stuff in the box because he's just bloody massive Czech geezer. Like, if he wasn't a footballer, let's be honest, he'd be a bodyguard. He's just bloody massive, isn't he?
I bet he loves his beer because the beer in the Czech Republic is superb.
And dirt cheap. Let's go back. I'm going there now. See you later.
And finally, Wolverhampton Wanderers, and it's got to be that amazing young man Fabio Silva, hasn't it, Theo?
What? What? You went with Fabio Silva?
No, of course I didn't. Semedo.
I was going to say, an 18-year-old for 40 million, you mad?
Something is weird about that signing.
I don't get it. I really don't. Mendes paying 10 million of it, a bit of a mad one. But I agree with you, Dad. Nelson Semedo. Now, they did pay on the up hand of 40 million for him as well, but he's the first team Barcelona right back, so you know you're getting a bit more money from, and of course he's Portuguese. Imagine my shock. Some Barcelona fans will say ever since Alphonso Davies sent him for a hot dog and chips, he hasn't been the same, but I'm sure Wolves will get his confidence knocked back up and it'll be a very good right back.
The lad played 124 times for Barcelona.
Yeah.
We shouldn't judge him on one game.
And Alphonso once. And that didn't end well. But we'll move on. Yes, guys, that is the end of the video. Thank you for watching till the end. And I want to hear in the comments which ones we missed out on. If we got one of these wrong, let us know in the comments. What is your club's best summer signing? Remind us of the like target, Dad.
The like target is 12,000. Let's smash it for the boys.
Let's do it, lads. If we could do it for the TDA, it'll be massive. And remember to subscribe with your notifications on. We've got over 100,000 of you with notifications on this channel. Wow. Let's make it 200k. Make sure you subscribe for more Premier League content. We're going nowhere. See you soon. Bye, guys.